All right, my name is Frederick Leonard. I play Rav on this one titled Played. Apparently, everybody got played in this film.
Ever heard of the word played? So you're pulling back.
You would have to just.
Trusted
I know, right? I know
you.
you
Right
did.
behind.
I'm really, really sorry. Oh, well, first off, Ralph is what you want to call an executive PA to Chief Coco Williams, but also his driver. So that tells you that he knows um, his ins and outs. And then one day, they caught wind of the fact that a certain amount of money, a huge amount of money, as a matter of fact, was in the house. And then he started plotting with the people who got information first to see how they can get Chief out of the picture and then make away with the money. So basically, it's a story that talks about the greed, the wickedness, the selfishness of the human heart. You know what they say, that the heart of man is desperately wicked. You employ people to give them a means of livelihood, and what do? They turn around and stab you in the back. So on this one, guys, you know how I like to play the bad guy in films, right? I think playing the good guy is cliche. I like to play the bad guy in films because it teaches people. Because at the end of the day, you're going to see the end of my character. You're going to see the aftermath of being mean and being wicked. And then you begin to ask yourself, is that how you want to live your life? So for me, it's always a turn on when I play the bad guy in a film, because I believe that if the message is properly passed across, then I could reform and reshape the minds of people in my society and then the world at large, depending on how far our movies go and the kind of audience that we have at the end of the day. So I play Ralph, who is a cunning bastard in this film, and then apparently, of course, it didn't go well. But the entire journey of how everything unfolded, you would find quite interesting. So I think played as a script, as a story, is an interesting piece. You wouldn't want to miss it. I play a driver with motives. Well, it's been a fun experience. I tell people all the time the reason I became an actor is because I want to tell stories. I want to preach to the world through storytelling. So I feel fulfilled having told another good story, a story that would definitely, I know, would resonate with the audience, and then people would learn from it. It's been quite an experience on this set. Of course, we've had our highs and lows. The world itself, it's not perfect. We had a few challenges, but we're able to overcome. You know what they say? We came, we saw, and yep, we overcame. And we overcame because as much as the challenges were staring us in the face, we wanted to make a good film, which we ended up making. Everybody was hands-on. I think my favorite people on this set were the DOPs. I talk about DOPs all the time, and because sometimes the director gets to sit down and dish out instructions, but the DOPs would have to stand with the tripod stand and with the shoulder rig and with the running gimbal and with the Steadicam or with the mini jeep, as the case may be. But these guys would have to stand 16 hours every day. I think they are the real stars of the film. But every other crew member was hands-on in giving their best, and then the producer was quite patient. It's her first film, but she carried on like it's her 15th. And I told her that the world would hear her name, that she would make good films, because it's a rare quality to find amongst producers. I understand how it feels. I understand the panic. You're spending money and all things are not falling into places. But Happiness Omenka was fantastic. And she treated me well as well. She's a sweetheart. I'd like to work with her again. The director, quite adventurous, young, wants to experiment, wants to do the impossible. Sometimes it works, sometimes. But you love him for wanting to do more than you would expect. You would love him for wanting to try. You would love him. That's what the hunger for the art. You see, it's very evident in the director. So it was quite an experience as well working with him. And then I also want to thank the director for trusting my craft, trusting me enough as an actor to bring the character Raphael to life. So it's been a wonderful experience. Production manager, yes, the woman that makes the food. I love her. Food was great on the set. Fantastic experience I've had so far. My fellow cast members, yeah, fun times. Even when the heat was on, we found a way to laugh off the tension. So it's been a good experience.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, guys, I would urge you all to come out and see this one. You know me, I promised you guys as we got into the new year that I would ensure that I get myself involved in great films and with films that would touch you in special places, films that can reform the minds of the people. So, Played will be one that you should look out for. Come see this film when it hits the cinemas. Come see it when it's out on DVD. Go get a